Now, outside of OVW and WWE, you got to go back to Maryland Championship Wrestling. You're now currently a part of the organization. Talk to me about what you currently do and the endeavors that you're involved in there. I mean, I'm sure you guys do a lot of charity work and fundraisers.
Sure. So yeah, I mean, MCW, they run the Toys for Tots every um, Christmas. They, we do different uh, functions and comp tickets to some special needs people, things like that. And that's important to me too because, and having a disability and being physically disabled and severely physically disabled or severe disability and injury, I my outlook is a little different. My, you know, I've been told that this thing would hold me back. I've been told that I wasn't made for this because of my circumstances, but I didn't let my extraordinary circumstances prevent an extraordinary existence. So um, I knew if my body wasn't going to do it, my brain better be able to, and my mouth, my verbal acumen better be on point, and my mentality and my thinking and my psychology better be pretty sharp. So with MCW now, I do commentary and play by play there, and basically that oversee that, but also some of the promo production for some of the more the bigger matches and important promos, and helping the some of the younger guys. There's a school where they have a school at the R.J. Meyer Arena in Joppa, Maryland, which is just north of Baltimore. So I'm over there once or twice a week. And they're running. I think 2025. It's something like 30 shows, so it's substantial for an indie. So that's and I help creatively, I guess you could say there, and the logistics of who's fighting who. You know what I
Yeah, I
mean?
mean, you're involved in several different capacities. Um, was there a particular fundraiser or event that you got to help out with that was heartwarming?
So I always like. It's important to me to there's it's important to me I really want there I want there to be, and it's to have a professional wrestler part that's a PWD, persons with disabilities, part of that community. I know there are a lot of very talented ones. There's Zach Gowen. There's Greg Irons. There's a guy named Michael Hayes in that Freebird. He was an OVW for a long time, and he was a veteran amputee, and he was just he I thought he was going to be it. He was a killer, man, because he was that guy like the story very much was like, look, you may be able to outrun him, but if he gets a hold of you, he's taking a limb home, that kind of thing. And I think you could really build a character and a performer from that. Because if you go and look into the crowd of any wrestling event, there are so many individuals with special needs and disabilities. And speaking from experience, that it's a difficult, everything that is presented in life when you have something that is, if your special needs or severe disability is more difficult, everything. And to be able to provide some sort of respite or some sort of joy or a moment where that's not at the forefront of their mind. Or if they're able to look at me and I'm not wrestling, but if they see I'm involved and I'm doing those things, and maybe that plants a seed that you can find your thing. If it's not wrestling, you can still find your thing, and you can still make anything happen. It's possible. It's not, you can be dealt a really bad hand. It's how you play the cards that makes you the person you are. And it's why I do my show LiMPin Ain't Easy, is because I have a story, but I know through my adversity and what I had to go through in the wrestling business that everybody has a story, not everybody has a voice, right? So um, talking to the various wrestling stars about what they've had to confront, what they've had to go through, what they've been obstacles they've had to overcome and endure. Like you said earlier, and I think one of the reasons you do this show is because it's relatable. People can maybe hear their story in the voice of somebody they watch on TV, and that's huge.
And also you're paying it forward to the next generation, the people that you're helping. I mean, I think it's amazing how in recent years, especially, the diversity of pro wrestlers come in all shapes and sizes and backgrounds, and the representation is important because you see it's white people, black people, LGBTQ, people with
Right.
different issues in their life. All
Yeah.
people from all shapes, colors, backgrounds. They've all got a dream, and they want to pursue it. And I think it's very, to me, I think it's amazing, and it's wonderful to see how inclusive pro wrestling has gotten and will continue to be.
Yeah, I do have to say that, and there's another disabled. He has a disability. He's hearing impaired, and it's not the guy in NXT. It's a guy named Spencer Slade. Wrestles for MCW and NWA. He's a star. This kid's a star. But wrestling is for everybody, um, but everybody can't play. And here's what I mean by that: because everybody's invited, but it takes a special kind of person to get through it. It doesn't matter if you're black, white, big, small, disabled, able-bodied, LGBTQ, straight. It doesn't matter. But just because of that, though, that's not going to be enough to get you into the dance. You got to have something to offer. You got to have something that people want to pay to see. You got to have that it factor. You got to have something that makes you box office, that makes you special, in the sense that it is your dream and you want to do it, right? But at the end of the day, once you get into this thing, it becomes a business, and we are serving the audience. You know what I mean? It's not, it stops becoming so much about our dream and becomes about how can we best present something to the audience that they will enjoy, that they will carry forward and to pass on to their kids and have an experience and love this thing called wrestling, love the art and enterprise of sports entertainment and professional wrestling. So